Hey guys, let's talk about the freelance lifestyle. This is something that I think is going to become more and more in the eye of the public simply because of this recent coronavirus thing. People are starting to say, well, do I need to be in contact with people on a regular basis? And then they're going to start thinking, do I need to drive into work every day to sit at a desk and work on a computer? So many people do that. Now, of course, if your job is working in a factory or working in a lab or something where you need to have facilities, of course, freelancing and working from home, that kind of thing is not exactly a suitable profession. But when it comes to coding, social media marketing, lots of business opportunities out there can be done from the comfort of your home. Now, there are huge advantages to working from home, huge advantages. First of all, when you work from home, you can save a huge amount of time in your life just not traveling. Think about the hours the hours per week that people spend traveling. Some people spend a couple hours a day just going from home to work and back again. What a ridiculous waste of time in your life. Waste of gas, waste of wreckage on your car. As you add more and more miles on your car. It's just a total waste. For so many professions out there, freelance developer, even working for a company as a developer, as a web designer, social media marketer, legal services, consultation services, all kinds of different areas, whether it be accounting or bookkeeping, even medical. A lot of stuff could be done remotely, take your temperature, this kind of stuff. There's so many opportunities with regards to the whole freelance lifestyle, if you will. I am one of the original lifestylepreneurs. I say that with confidence because I started doing this in the 1990s. Now, I was a traditional business owner. I started when I was like 18, where I had pet product lines and so forth. And for much of that time, I worked from home, by the way. We just store stuff in basements and we do everything, this was the email started to kick in after a while, but we were doing it when faxes were still around and we used to deal that way. But as the internet became more and more prevalent, especially with high speed kicked in, I think society is due for a change for so many jobs. I don't know what percentage of jobs could be telecommuted, if you will, work at home. But I can tell you what, when it comes to technology-oriented types of work and jobs, freelance development and that kind of stuff, yeah, big time, you can do that and sort of live the freelance lifestyle. It's getting really dark, so I'm going to change my lighting. Hold on. The freelance lifestyle, lifestylepreneur, is what I pursued as opposed to trying to build huge companies. What happened to me is that when I was in my late teens, I got very, very sick, 18 or 19 years old, almost died of blood disease. And subsequent to that, for several years, I was very much impacted by the disease, kind of residuals, where I would have bouts where I would be knocked off my butt for days at a time, where it was just really hard to just get out of bed. It's just extreme fatigue. I guess kind of like having Lyme's disease or something. So I decided at that time, this is in the 90s, to come up with a business model that allowed me to work at home when I wanted to and how I wanted to. And you got to understand, at that time, this was something really unknown. People did not do this. So I had to come up with an idea, and it was based on the web and web marketing and selling my concepts and ideas, et cetera, et cetera. I had a dating site, and I had a web design studio as a contractor, freelancer. See, when you're a freelancer, whether you're doing apps from scratch or whether you are managing people's websites, e-commerce, set up their e-commerce, whether it be through WooCommerce, WordPress, or whether you do it through Shopify or you do some other custom solution. This is all stuff that you can do from home, where you can choose your hours, you can decide with whom you want to work, when you want to work. And the fact of the matter is, it just changes your entire life. It's unbelievable what happens when you decide when to work, when you decide how to work. You can get up when you want, you can work when you want. It's just amazing. So I am a person who believes, well, not believes, I understand because I study psychology, that humans have a limited frame of time, a limited period of time in which they work are very productive. And then that productivity, their level of productivity after that period of time is about 3 to 4 hours, drops off like a stone. So it's kind of useless to sit there in front of the desk trying to do advanced, complex work if your productivity is dropped by 50, 60, 70%. I forget the exact number, but it's quite a bit. So, if you're working in a factory and you're just packing boxes, there's not much mental power there, so you can do that 8 hours a day. But when you are doing things that require a thought, you're writing code, you're putting together systems where you got to be on your game, it's 3 to 4 hours, and that's about it. So I always recommend, whether you're doing freelance work, building your own systems, or learning how to code, do it about 3 to 4 hours a day, and that's it. Then rest, do other things. Remember, in your life, being mentally relaxed and calm, being physically fit and healthy, these all play major roles in your productivity as a professional. So if a lifestylepreneur, freelance lifestyle is the easiest way to get into that, allows you that flexibility to structure your life the way you like. For me, my job, for the most part, is my hobby. And as a result of that, it's not like I'm going to work every day. For me, I'll work on Sundays, I'll work on Saturdays if I feel like it. I tend to also do things that normal people do off hours. So normal people go shopping after work or on the weekends. Normal people go to lunch at noon. That's 2 examples. For me, I don't go to lunch at noon most of the time unless I'm meeting friends who have to. Typically, I'll either go half an hour earlier or like 1 o'clock, 1:30 when everybody's gone, because I just don't want to wait in line, deal with the crowds. In terms of setting appointments, whether I'm meeting business partners or potential clients, again, I always do it after normal hours, so normal people driving in to get to work for 9, I set up my earliest meetings at 10:30, or I do stuff at 2:30 in the afternoon. Why do I go off hours? Because, I'm just saving time. For me, time is the most important thing you have. When a moment of time goes by, it's gone. You can't get it back. So time is huge. So if you just learn to schedule your normal day activities, going to meetings, washing your clothes, going to lunch, going to something, you do these things a little off hours if you can, and being a freelancer allows that. This is a big part of the lifestylepreneur lifestyle, that freedom of time. You save so much time by avoiding the rush hour, so you don't have to wait in a line to pay at the cash. You don't have to sit in rush hour to get to work at 9 or a meeting for 9:30. You just you reschedule outside of the normal peak times, and you see, it's amazing. The quality of life will increase quite a bit. Anyway, kind of an unusual video, I suppose, but I figured it would be kind of cool for this channel.